Hello everyone. Before diving into today's topic, we want to take a moment to thank you for your support. Every like, comment, and subscription truly makes a difference and helps this channel grow. If you enjoy our content and don't want to miss future videos, subscribe to the channel and hit the bell to receive all notifications. Imagine a cosmic echo traversing space-time, a vibrant energy ready to rewrite our conception of the universe. A mirror universe, where everything, from the birth of stars to the last temporal heartbeat, is reflected and unfolds in reverse. Since the beginning, physicists have theorized deep links among the fundamental components of reality: matter, fine-tuning, symmetries, and reigning above all is Captain Symmetry, a triad of charge inversion, spatial reflection, and time reversal. Here enters the mirror universe as a powerful and radical hypothesis. A universe, inside out, a reflection of ours, born from the same instant we call the Big Bang, but with time flowing backwards. In this vision, the past is the future and the future is the past, intertwined in an endless dance of creation and annihilation. Particles and antiparticles become protagonists of this mirrored confrontation. While matter dominates our universe, its twin would be ruled by antimatter. A stark contrast, yet one that may hide perfect continuity when seen from a higher vantage beyond time. Think of how this would change our understanding of time itself. No longer an inexhaustible arrow advancing into the future, but a circuit where every moment reflects another, opposite yet complementary. Scales dissolve, distances become steps between two faces of the same coin. Antimatter, traditionally enigmatic in its absence from our universe, now gains a precise cosmic role. It exists, but in its reversed universe, populated by flows of positrons and negative protons, luminous galaxies mirrored against those seen through our telescopes. From a scientific standpoint, the hypothesis of a mirror universe expanding backward in time opens up surprising vistas. The theoretical bridge between quantum mechanics and general relativity suggests that time is not a universal parameter, but an emergent construct, perhaps born from specific initial conditions at the moment of the Big Bang. If the initial density and vacuum energy had opposite signs in the two universes, the arrow of time would diverge, branching in two opposing directions. Intriguingly, some quantum cosmology models propose that space and time are tiles of the same fabric. Invert one tile, time, and the whole pattern changes. Thus, the idea of a mirror universe becomes a natural solution to ancient paradoxes, such as the matter-antimatter asymmetry or the irreversible nature of time. Hypnotically, we can imagine regions at the boundary between the two universes, where physical laws become hybrid, teetering between us and our double, transitional zones, imperceptible but fundamental. What might happen if a gravitational wave, produced by the merger of two black holes in our universe, propagated into its mirror? Some theorize it would leave a symmetrical imprint, an echo filling the mirrored void. Though still rudimentary, numerical simulations suggest a possible trace, a modulation in the cosmic microwave background, a slight asymmetric signal, a fingerprint left by our universe on its reflection, like a brushstroke on a mirrored painting. A moment, a cosmic breath, marked by symmetries in a time no longer linear but forked. And while scientists crunch equations and numbers, imagination carries us one step further. What if we could perceive, even indirectly, this twin universe? Advanced instruments, next-generation gravitational interferometers, millimeter and particle wave telescopes, might detect signals so far ignored. An oscillating spectrum, a faint variation in cosmic background polarization, a discrepancy in the light curves of distant supernovae. Elements that, combined, might form the trace of a universe born in reverse. And here begins a fascinating reflection. If time can flow backward, what does that mean for consciousness, free will, the very meaning of history? Scientific narrative, often seen as rigid, makes room for deep speculation. Our existence is a verse of a doubled poem, and meaning emerges in relation to its reflection. In this context, the mirror universe is not merely a theoretical physics hypothesis, but a powerful metaphor that blends science and philosophy. What if every one of our actions was the result of a timeline breaking and reflecting? This vision reignites the debate on time. Is it an objective, measurable dimension, or a prism reflecting our perspective? And if there already exists, unseen yet present, a universe equal and opposite, our quest is not just to see it, but to understand its impact on the meaning of reality. The first section closes with unanswered questions left in suspension. How can we design experiments capable of detecting a reversed signal? What clues might have eluded our observations? What role do fundamental symmetries play in shaping the structure of the universe? And above all, could we ever communicate, in some way, with that twin of ourselves moving toward the past? The curtain momentarily falls, but the mirrored echo lingers in the vibration of the cosmos. In the second section, we will explore possible physical evidence, real and future experiments, philosophical implications for consciousness and free will, and extreme speculative scenarios, like temporal encounters between universes, quantum technologies exploiting reverse time, and how this would change the way we tell stories. In a video that does not end with a definitive answer, but with an invitation to look beyond the mirror of our time. If the mirror universe represents the reverse of the cosmic coin, then each of its particles, each of its laws and events must reflect the dynamics of our world with absolute precision, but in reverse. And it is precisely this radical, profound symmetry that has led some physicists to revisit the very foundations of reality. Among these stands the idea that dark matter, that elusive substance making up 85% of the universe's mass, may be a partially visible manifestation of that mirror universe. A gravitational presence interacting with our universe without ever revealing itself openly to light, like a shadow cast by a world moving in reverse. The boldest theoretical models suggest that what we perceive as dark matter might be ordinary matter in a time-inverted universe, interacting with ours solely through gravity. A subtle, almost imperceptible bridge, but one that may hold the key to a complete scientific revolution. In laboratories, research is growing ever more sophisticated. In particular, experiments at Fermilab and CERN are searching for anomalies in fundamental symmetries of subatomic particles. Every deviation, every imperceptible violation of CP symmetry, every unexpected behavior of neutrinos or muons could be a clue. In one of these experiments, physicists observed neutrino behavior that defies predictions from the Standard Model. Anomalous oscillations, masses that seem to change depending on the detector type, interference effects that shouldn't exist. These signals, though still faint, might be read as fragments of a broader reality, one that includes a mirror universe whose shadow particles interact with ours only under extremely specific conditions. What if one day we found an irrefutable signature? Some scientists envision experiments where, through quantum entanglement processes, non-local connections between our universe and its mirrored twin could be created. A type of information that travels not through space, but through time, an encrypted message arriving from a past future, from an opposing temporal direction. It sounds like science fiction, but the very principles behind quantum computers suggest that the linearity of time is not an absolute constraint in quantum mechanics. Some radical interpretations, such as Everett's many worlds theory, combine with the mirror universe hypothesis to shape a cosmology where every choice, every quantum bifurcation, generates an autonomous universe with its own time. Perhaps some of these worlds run backward, creating a cosmic network where arrows of time intersect, interfere, exchange information in ways we are only beginning to fathom. The implications are dizzying. If time is not one-directional but depends on initial conditions and fundamental symmetries, then even the notion of cause and effect may become fluid. In such a scenario, one might hypothesize that events in our universe are caused by phenomena in its mirror, and vice versa. A weak interference, a gravitational wave bouncing off the boundary between the two worlds, a quantum system collapsing anomalously, Every deviation from the norm might conceal the trace of a universe breathing in reverse, fading in our Big Bang as we approach its genesis. And here physics meets philosophy. What does it mean to exist in a universe that has a temporal opposite twin? If our birth is the death of their world, and their origin is our future, are we truly free? Or is our path already traced by symmetry? Some thinkers suggest that consciousness, understood as a thermodynamic process following the arrow of time, could not exist in the mirror world. There, every thought, every memory, every decision would move backwards in an alien logic. But others hypothesize that even consciousness could adapt, evolve according to opposite laws, produce an inverted intelligence with a type of perception incomprehensible to us. Finally, the narrative ventures into even more speculative realms. What if, in a distant future, our technology could not only detect but interact with the mirror universe? A kind of time travel radically different from what classical science fiction imagined, not a leap forward or backward along our timeline, but a transverse jump into a reality that flows in reverse. Inverse quantum communications, engines powered by entropic differences between the two worlds, even a form of cosmic immortality, where information from one universe is recycled in its twin to give rise to an eternal cycle of alternating existences. This mirror universe, in the end, challenges us to rethink everything, not only science, but also storytelling, history, and the very meaning of time. Every word we say, every memory we hold, every discovery we make, might have a mirrored echo elsewhere, a universe watching us, as we search for it, eternally, in the reversed flow of its existence.